Yeah, baby. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Smada, and we are back again with another reaction, and we are reacting to one of my favorite actors, reacting to some of their iconic characters. Yes, Michael Myers, and no, we're not talking about the Halloween characters. It's Mike Myers. Excuse me, let me get it right. It's not Michael, it's Mike. Get it right. Let's hop into it.
Just a little comedy.
Let's get it. One of the absolute GOATs.
Wayne's World. I grew up near, on or about the rough parts of Scarborough in the suburbs of Toronto. And it's very heavy metal. And I was a heavy metal kid. This character was just basically everybody I knew who talked that way, including myself.
Okay, we're just about out of time, right? But before we go, we'd like to take a moment here for a Wayne's World salute to the guest jeans girl, Claudia Schiffer. Swing!
I do it on Twitch to go to
YouTube. She's a babe.
I had done
Recorded
Wayne
live
Campbell
on Twitch, and I
on
made
Canadian
that video
TV.
posted on YouTube. So
first of all, I had done it on stage in punk clubs. And then I got on Second City main stage in Toronto and did a sketch. And then there was a show called It's Only Rock and Roll on Canadian television, and I did Wayne's Power Minute, and then I got hired for Saturday Night Live. He was in my trunk of characters. Then Lauren said, do you want to make a movie? He offered me a different movie, and me, being a dummy and not knowing anything, just went, no, I want to do Wayne as a movie. And
wow.
I was like, okay. We got behind it, we went to Paramount, and we made it, and we didn't think it was going to get made, we didn't think it was going to get released, and we didn't think that anybody would go see it, and it was an unbelievable, joyous surprise that it just kept being the #1 movie for weeks after weeks.
That bass player's a babe. She makes me feel kind of funny. Like when we used to climb the rope in gym class.
I think one of the biggest leg ups I had was that I was in a film with Dana Carvey, who is one of the greatest comedians to ever be on Saturday Night Live. I just learned so much from him. I think the thing I learned the most, because I'm a writer of the stuff, is that there's writing and then there's performing.
Right.
And to enjoy
analysis.
performing.
I can't even be mad at him for
He's
that
the
one.
most joyful performer I've ever worked with. If I hadn't worked with Dana and learned that you have to get the fun molecules into the funnel that get onto the film, I don't think I could have done Austin Powers. It was just great to work with somebody that goes, yeah, we're supposed to show off. We're supposed to have fun. That's why they came here. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. So I grew up in Canada, but my parents, both of them were English. And there's nobody more English than an Englishman who no longer lives in England. And my dad, who was very, very funny and my biggest champion, loved comedy, loved comedians. He loved all entertainers. It was great that the one that he loved the most was Peter Sellers, who was English. When the Pink Panther was on, or even down amongst the Zed-Men, more obscure, or the Bobo, or I'm All Right Jack, or the ultimate masterpiece of Peter Sellers, which is Dr. Strangelove. We all aspire to that. We want to touch the hem of that garment. You know, I said to my dad, he goes, what do you want to do when you grow up? He's from Liverpool, and I said, I know, I think I want to be an architect. He goes, why would you want to do that for? Be a comedian. So I had the opposite of what most people had.
Okay, name. Austin Danger Powers. Sex? Yes, please.
So for me, Austin Powers was that kind of cheeky chappy. It was everything that my dad was proud of being British.
Wow.
But another
so he based that character off his dad.
Burt Bacharach. And that there was a 60s that Burt Bacharach embodied that I hadn't really kind of seen put into the movies yet. The 60s that most people had done was Woodstock, hippies, but the one that I loved was the moneyed 60s, the International Man of Mystery 60s. And I think the biggest influence was the movie Casino Royale.
Thank you, and welcome to France, Monsieur Bond.
Punched the shit out of him. Damn.
That was my first call, and he agreed to be part of it, and then he agreed to be in it. Then Elvis Costello agreed to be in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach.
What the world needs now is love
I was talking to my brothers. I talk to my brothers about 7 times a day. And I said, I thought that you would have to have grown up in my house to like Austin Powers because it was so specific. But it was such a lovely surprise that it meant something to other people other than just me and my brothers.
Loved Austin Powers.
Shrek.
Oh, yeah.
To me,
Shrek is an all-time classic.
Eurocentric form that is the fairy tale is really about classism. When I was approached to do Shrek, originally I did it as a Canadian and I re-recorded it as Scottish because that to me seems the most working class. But also too, I have a love of the Scottish people. I have Scottish ancestry and mostly English, but Liverpool it's the pool of life between Scotland, England, and Ireland.
Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
I love the idea of taking a fairy tale and turning it on its head and having it be that all the traditional bad guys are good guys and all the traditional good guys are bad guys. And I realized it's a dramatic role. I mean, halfway through I went, there's an emotional center here. You know, the old joke, I wouldn't want to be a member of a club that would have me as a member.
You're 007 was
going from a self-loathing
how is life
accepting
Dashy XJ20 Israel 85. I'm Dante Belize. They're a funny person on YouTube. I watch literally all of them besides It's Real 85.
Really.
I love you too.
Oh, look at the ogre.
I love playing Shrek. If I had to do it 1 Shrek a year, I'd be thrilled.
Oh, wow.
So I married an axe murderer. Every actor who's given a script is given an opportunity to shape it and give feedback. It was in San Francisco. I was like, if it's San Francisco, it should be beat poems and beat poetry. I love Jack Kerouac, and I would, in my life, there's no telling what's on the mind of the man going to the fire that is not there.
We just reacted to some early
I dug Berlin Street once white, now stained with gum. That's a fun Kerouac thing. So I thought, well, I'll make him a beat poet in San Francisco.
Woman! Whoa, man! Whoa, man! She was a thief, you gotta believe. She stole my heart and my cat.
Wow.
I wanted it to be a genre mix.
Yeah, man, really sit there and actually focus.
You know, there's a point in a man's life when he's deciding to get married, and
how does streaming
there is
going?
a part of them that feels that makes them ever more closer to dying.
Let me know. I've been
as much as they're happy to be married, there is well, if I'm married, then it's kids, and if it's kids, then I'm retired, then I'm dead. And so there is a sense of one's own mortality at that moment. So I wanted it to be a comedy thriller.
Wait, why don't you just taste it? It's got strawberries in it. You love strawberries. Taste it, taste it. I spent 20 minutes making it. Just take a sip. Take one little sip.
I'm just gonna go.
Just try it. One little sip. Wouldn't hurt you. Take it.
Wow.
I am just so incredibly grateful. I have to this day people saying to me, "Heed, move."
Heed, move.
It's been a great, surprising, fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie, all of his movies have been like certified classics. Been good. Getting ready for B-Day Wednesday and Vacay Thursday. Oh, I forgot you were Gemini. Yes, sir. Shout out to all the Geminis in the world.
And I put into the script.
Happy birthday
so
to you. Happy early birthday. And when it's
Wednesday,
Wednesday, you know what I'm saying?
the Scottish father is obsessed with a group of people called the Pentaveret
Gemini season
who
is
control
upon us.
everything.
Well, it's a well-known fact, Sonny Jim, that there's a secret society of the 5 wealthiest people in the world, known as the Pentaveret, who run everything in the world, including the newspapers, and meet tri-annually at a secret country mansion in Colorado known as the Meadows.
I've just seen the culture since I did that a long time ago.
Thank you. Oh,
get
of course,
more
you know what
and
it is.
more into conspiracy theories.
So
I thought, well,
it's nothing but love and
let's
support
bring back
this
the
way.
Pentaveret, you know.
Happy to hear from you.
Kidnapped a black man.
We've been kidnapping white men for years. We want to give you an opportunity as well.
Forget about him. Basically, we're the good guys. We want you to trust us.
Why should I trust you, white man?
Wow.
Whiter man?
Thank you for the love. I appreciate it.
Older whiter man?
Wow.
I don't know what the hell to make out of you.
I was just sitting around and I thought, I grew up in a country where we like the government. It was just Canada, and we like experts. You know what I mean? And people who are experts are kind of taking a beating right now. But I thought, well, what if there was a secret society of 5
as well as Steve Carell
people? What if they were actually nice? And what if I played all 5 people? And what if I also played the guy who was exposing the secret society? And what if he was a local journalist? Because I think local journalists are taking a beating as well. But I wanted it to be silly and fun, and I wanted it to be cinematic, and I wanted it to be a ride, a fun ride, like what I was hoping for with Austin Powers and with Wayne's World. I just thought that everyone's talking about this serious thing in a very serious way. I would like to talk about this serious thing in a silly way and do what I'd love to do, which is characters. The makeup man, Louis Zakarian, the same guy I'd worked with at Saturday Night Live, is a genius, made these fantastic character makeups for me. And I had a great, brilliant director in Tim Kirkby, who's English and eccentric, and was able to piece it all together. I just think that water will find its right level, and I think that once the people start to trust the experts again, and once the experts start to serve the people, and that's also including everybody, where it's all inclusive, I think we're going to be okay. And I have to think that way too, because I have 3 kids under the age of 10. So I have to send out into the world that which I would want it to be.
Greatly said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, if you have made it to the end of the video, that means you fuck with me and I fuck with you. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe too. It's me, boy Smada, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. I don't know why I just had my hand like that. I'm kind of slow.